Hi friends, and welcome back to The Kind Mind. I'm Tasha, and this yoga flow is designed to help you find joy and connect with your inner child. Maybe if you haven't felt joy or haven't been connected with your inner child for a long time, this might feel really good. It's going to be very playful, it's going to be nice and short and low to the ground. So hop into something comfy and let's get started. We're gonna start seated in Sukhasana with a little seated side stretch dance, as I will call it. So bring your right hand down to the ground and straight away we're gonna jump right in. With your next inhale, bring your left arm up and over into a side stretch. Very good. Make sure that your left hip is really heavy. Let it be really heavy. If you want to give yourself some space, then slide out your right hand and think about getting your elbow up and over yourself towards the sky, the ceiling. Breathe here. Maybe you can also press a little bit in your right hand, and that might help you to ground your left hip a little bit more. Inhale here, and with the next exhale, come back up. Really good. Bring your left hand onto your right knee. Swim your right hand around and behind. With your next inhale, roll up, long and straight spine. And exhale, look back into a twist. With every inhale, grow tall, and with every exhale, let go, release into the twist. Amazing. Inhale once more and exhale. Come back forward. Leave your left hand on your right knee. With your next inhale, the right arm comes up and over into a side stretch. Again, this time your right hip. Let it become really heavy. Ground down, and maybe on this side it gets a little bit harder because you don't have the support from your other hand. Notice that. Very good. And then maybe don't go as far, but come up a little bit more so you can control the weight distribution in your hips, if that makes sense. Again, bring your elbow up and over. You might feel an opening in the right pec. Inhale here and exhale, round forward and bring your right hand on your left knee. Very good. Arms are crossed, shoulders roll forward, chin to the chest. Breathe here. And then with your next inhale, grow tall, bring your arms up and from here out to the sides. Amazing. Other side. Left hand down to the ground. With your next inhale, bring your right hand up and over. Good. Bend your left elbow, maybe slide it out a little, and actively press into your left hand to help yourself ground your right hip down. Elbow up and over. Very good. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Come up. Bring your right hand on your left knee. Amazing. Swim your left hand around and back. And with your next inhale, imagine that your spine moves like a wave in the ocean, okay? So with your inhale, let that wave of spine, or that spinal wave, go up your spine. That didn't make any sense. Let that wave go up your spine and let your spine grow tall. That's what I was trying to say. So inhale, grow tall with your wave of breath, and exhale, twist to the back. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe here. And again, with every inhale, grow tall. With every exhale, let go. Find some ease. Inhale once more. And exhale. Come forward, leave your right hand on your left knee. With your next inhale, left hand comes up and over into a side bend. And again, maybe it is a little bit harder now to ground your left hip. So maybe don't go as low. Come up a little bit. Find integrity, okay? Your breath should always come first. So I want you to be in a position where you can actually comfortably breathe. And I don't care what it looks like. I only care what it feels like for you. All right? Okay. Elbow up and back. Inhale. And exhale. Amazing. Round forward. Bring your left hand onto your right knee. Chin to chest. Breathe. And then with your next inhale, again, imagine your spine moving like a wave. Grow tall, bring your arms up overhead and then out to the sides. Amazing. We're going to do this little dance one more time, but this time we're going to go with our breath. So we won't stay as long. You'll be just fine. We're going to breathe slowly. Bring your right hand onto the floor with your next inhale. Left hand comes up and over. Exhale here and inhale. With your next exhale, come up. Bring your left hand on your right knee. Swim your right hand back. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, twist to the back. Inhale here. Exhale, come forward. With your next inhale, right hand comes up and over. And exhale here. Inhale. And exhale, bend forward, right hand on left knee, chin to chest. Inhale brings your right back up, hands above your head. And exhale, hands down to the ground. See? You did it. Place your left hand into the floor. Inhale, right hand comes up and over. Exhale. Inhale once more. And exhale, come back up. Right hand on left knee. Swing your left hand around. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale once more. Exhale, come back forward. Right hand stays on your left knee. Inhale, left hand comes up. And exhale, bend. Inhale once more. Exhale, left hand on right knee. Round forward, chin to chest. And inhale, grow tall, bring your hands above your head. And exhale, down to the ground. Very good. Bring your hands behind you and scooch maybe a little bit forward. Bring your feet onto the ground a little bit further than hip distance apart. And we're going to do something that I like to call windshield wipers. So you're just going to let your knees drop to one side, any side, come back up, let them drop to the other side. Really good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale up and exhale down. So this is a really nice massage for your butt. If you've been working out a lot or you've been taking a lot of stairs, good for you. This might feel nice. And maybe you can feel yourself traveling forward onto the mat. Try to find some joy and fun with it, and maybe try to travel back again while you're doing these windshield wipers. You know, find some play. Just play a little bit, have some fun. We're not being too serious today. The next time your knees are down to one side, leave them there. Maybe bring the outside foot on top of the inside knee, if that makes sense. Breathe. And release. Come up into the other side. And again, bring the outside foot on top of the inside knee. Maybe notice a little difference here between the two hips. Breathe. And then let your foot come down. Knees come up. Very good. From here, we're going to come onto all fours for a little hip opening and playing around on our mat even more, I guess. So come onto all fours and try not to get your hips up too much. So don't make your get a hollow back is what I'm trying to say, but also don't round like this, okay? Just come here in the middle. So some natural curvature is completely fine, okay? You don't have to be super flat here. Just be, you know, in a normal, comfortable position. And then when you're ready with your next inhale, slide your left foot out and start to rock a little front to back and front to back. Wake up the back of your leg. Really good. And then come to stillness. Lift up your left leg. Bring it over to the right side of the mat. Bring it down to the floor. And then look over your right shoulder and back. Little side stretch. Very good. Maybe you can press your heel back. Try to find length all the way between your left heel and your left shoulder. And that's going to be a micro adjustment, but maybe you're going to feel a difference. Inhale and exhale. Come back into the middle and right away slide your left foot through and forward. Come into a low lunge here. You can walk your right knee back a little bit if that feels good. And then release your right foot onto the ground. Grow light on your fingertips, okay? Give yourself some space here. And with your next inhale, look forward. Let your heart, your face shine forward. And maybe you can play around a little bit with your stability here, because chances are that you're just, you know, dumping your weight forward and getting maybe a really nice stretch in your right groin, but maybe you can also find some strength and some integrity here. So press your thighs together. Imagine that your legs are moving like a, how do I, imagine your legs are moving like a scissor. So try to get them together, activate them a little bit, and then maybe you can play around with coming off your fingertips here for a second. Nice. Come back down and listen up, my friends. Lift your right foot from the ground and then turn your right leg to the back, or rather to the left side of your mat. Bring your left hand over and then walk all the way to the back of your mat. Very good. Your left leg is straightened. You're on your right knee, your right hand is down on the ground, and this might be a little bit confusing, but that is completely fine. With your next inhale, imagine you're some Greek god or goddess that is getting ready for the hunt. So get your bow and arrow and then slide your left hand like you would when you have bow and arrow in your hand, all the way across your chest and up to the sky. Inhale here. Very good. And exhale. Bring your left hand back down and then walk all the way back to the front of your mat. Come back into your low lunge and then super easy, bring your left foot back under on all fours. Amaze balls. Other side. With your next inhale, slide your right leg out and then start to rock front to back. And maybe like me, you're getting a little bit crazy and off of your mat. That's completely fine. We don't have to stay on the mat all the time. It's no biggie, okay? Come back to stillness. Lift up your right leg, bring it over to the left and drop it down, and then look over your left shoulder. And again, really push your heel back and try to find length between your left heel, your right heel, excuse me, and your right shoulder. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slowly come back and immediately slide your right foot up to the front. In your low lunge, you can walk your left leg back a little bit if that feels good. And same game on this side. Also here, grow light on your fingertips. With your inhale, shine, let your light shine forward. So look forward, lift up, and instead of dumping all your weight forward into your legs, try to find some integrity. So if what I was trying to say before with the scissor legs didn't make any sense, then think about tugging your right hip back in space while pulling your left hip forward in space. So this hip is pulling backwards and the other side is pulling forward. Okay, and maybe that gives you the integrity to lift up off your fingertips just for a second here. Smile, have fun, and then come back down. Really good. Lift your left foot up from the ground and swing it over to the right side of your mat. Bring your right hand over and then walk your mat all the way to the back. Straighten your right leg. Your left leg is the one that's bent. Left hand is on the floor. And with your next inhale, again, imagine you have bow and arrow in your hand. Let your slide your right hand all the way across your chest and up to the sky. And here, please press your hips forward. And that might make a big difference. And you might feel it big time in your left hip. Be mindful, be careful, be kind to yourself here. If it gets too much, then bring your hip back a little bit again. Or maybe grab a block, lift the earth up to you. Give yourself some more space here. And exhale, come back down. Very good. Walk all the way back to your low lunge. Amazing. And then step back again into all fours and immediately walk all the way back to your feet and come into a little froggy pose. And you have a few options. You can, first of all, play around here a little bit in your frog, okay? You can get your feet wider, you can maybe swing a little bit from left to right. But what I'm gonna ask you to do next is come to the middle of your mat and turn to face me. So you could walk in baby frog steps all the way up, or maybe if you feel extra playful today and you want to give your inner child some extra joy, you may take some hops and get to the middle of your mat while doing froggy hops, okay? You do you. I'm gonna walk to the middle and give you this view, which I assume might spark some joy for you as well. So play around here, rock from left to right, and maybe you also want to play around with some malasana, with a yoga squat. So come into stillness, bring your elbows on the insides of your knees, or rather on the insides of your thighs. Bring your hands together in prayer, and then really press your hands together, press your knees into your elbows, grow tall. Very good, amazing. You might feel a big opening in the hips, maybe also in the front of your lower legs, maybe the front part of your calves. Might be intense, for me it is. So inhale here, maybe you're still in your frog, that's fine. Maybe you want to go no hands, do a little dance here. Have some fun. Like I said, today is about having fun. Alrighty, if you are in Malasana, or if you're up here without hands, bring your hands back down to the floor, and then easy, get your hips up. So come into a forward fold, and then heel toe, your feet all the way out into a standing, wide-legged forward fold. Very good. Hands are on your mat. Maybe you want to Walk them back in one line with your feet. Maybe bend over a little bit. Bring your head towards the floor. Play around here a little bit. And be curious. Be curious about if you can find something new. Be curious about how different and new movements might feel. So today is the day. This is the time to explore and enjoy. And if you had your fair share, got happy there, of exploring, then bring your heels in a little bit so your toes are now pointing outward, and then bend your right knee and slowly come down in Skandasana. So your right leg is bent, your left leg is straightened out. Bring your left heels to the sky, very good, and maybe bring your right hand on the floor and lift your left hand up to the sky. Nice, inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down to the floor, and we're going to come up again through the standing wide-legged forward fold and come to the other side. So bend your left leg, your right leg is straightened out, and we're going to come in Skandasana on this side. Again, maybe bring your left hand to the floor, press elbow and knee in towards each other, and then inhale, right hand up to the sky, and exhale. Come back down. Once more on each side, okay? Inhale, come up and over to the right side. Maybe with your next inhale, bring your left arm up and exhale back down. And then once more, come over to the left side. Bend your left knee, straighten out the right one. And maybe with your next inhale, bring your left hand up to the sky. And exhale, back down. Very nice. Come back up into your wide-legged forward fold, and then just the way that we came in, scooch heel toe, your feet back together until they're a little bit further than hip distance apart. Bend your knees and come through Malasana, through your squat. Bring your hands behind you and sit down. Amazing. We're going to go into a seated wide-legged forward fold. So don't worry about how far your legs are apart in this one, okay? If your legs are all the way up here, that is completely fine. Maybe you realize right away that you want to sit up on something, then maybe pause the video right here and go grab a blanket, okay? So bring your legs out so that it's comfortable, and maybe grab onto your sitting meat. That's what we call it in Germany. And just get it out underneath you. So pull out your thigh and your butt underneath you. That might help to ground down. Good. Feet are active, toes are flexed and pointed towards the sky. Bring your hands down in front of you on the floor, and we're going to do some circles. So with your next exhale, come down over the left, and inhale, come up over the right. Very good. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Nice. Exhale and inhale. Very good. Nice. 3 more. Exhale, inhale up, exhale down, and up. And 1 more. Come down over the left and inhale up through the right. Very good. Bring your right foot in to your left thigh, and then turn your hips, turn your whole upper body so it's really facing your left leg. Bend your left leg, and then inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, bring your belly towards your thigh. Your hands come down and grab whatever they grab. And we're here in knee to head pose, or head to knee pose, forehead to knee pose. And notice the 2 in this name. So it's not forehead on knee pose, it's forehead to knee pose. So we don't have to get anywhere close, we just have to, get towards it. Might take out some pressure. If you want to straighten your left leg, you can. Maybe you want to swing a little bit from side to side here. Nice. And when you're ready with your next inhale, come back up. And then get your right leg out again. And we're going to do circles again, this time on the other side. So flex your feet, bring your hands out in front of you. With your next exhale, come over the right. Inhale up on the left. Exhale, right down. Inhale, left up. Very nice. Do this in your tempo with your breath. Maybe you want to close your eyes here. Feel this one out. Nice. Very good. We're going to do 3 more. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale. And inhale. And once more, come down. And up. Very nice. Bend your left knee, bring your left foot to your right thigh, and again, scoot yourself to the right, through the right, to the right. So you can face your right leg. Bend your right knee with the next inhale, hands up above your head, and exhale, bring your belly to your thigh. Your hands grab whatever they can find, and then bring your head towards your knee, not on your knee. If your head gets on your knee very comfortably, then yes, of course you can do that, but don't force anything. If you want to straighten out your right leg, you can. If you want to swing a little bit from side to side, you can. Do whatever sparks some joy today. And try to stay curious. Do not lose your childish curiosity towards life, okay? This is, in my opinion, a crucial step to stay sane and stay happy. With the next inhale, come back up, and from here we're gonna get right onto our backs for our last pose, which is one that brings me all the joy in the world every time that I do it, just because the name to me is very funny and the shape just looks joyful and funny and playful, and just because it makes me feel a little bit silly, and I love that. Takes out all the seriousness of the yoga practice that we see everywhere. So we're gonna go, maybe you've guessed it so far, into happy baby. So bring your knees into your chest, give them a big hug. Maybe you want to wiggle a little bit from left to right to massage your lower back and your sacrum area. Nice. And then from here, bring your knees wide, and with your hands grab the outsides of your feet, or if that's not available right now, you can grab onto your shins, so onto your shins, your calf, whatever feels good. And with your next exhale, bring your feet towards the sky. Very good. Your knees are going to be bent, and I'm going to say bring them towards your armpits, even though they might not get anywhere near, but just so you have a general direction of where to pull your knees to. And maybe you can feel your lower back lifting up here. Try to press it down into the ground, and if that means that you have to let go of your feet and rather grab your calf so you can comfortably lay down your lower back and your sacrum onto the mat, then please do, because this is doing the exact same. And I think we've learned by now that we need to be kind to ourselves, right? We don't have to force ourselves and our bodies into anything that they don't like or that we don't like in this moment. anything can be modified so that it feels good, so that it sparks joy, so that it helps us relax and live our best lives, hey? Maybe you started to wiggle around a little bit here like I do. Maybe you want to straighten out your legs one by one. Maybe also both at the same time. This time would be called happy adult. Okay, take a few more moments here to play around. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently bring your feet together, bring your knees together, give them one last hug. Thank you so much for being here. Bring your feet back down onto the floor, your hands left and right on the ground, knees fall in together. I hope this brought you a few moments of joy and happiness. Thank you for trusting me. I love you, and I'll see you next time.